Lance and Steven in the morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a rainy day, Steve.
It's a mozzie old day, Lance.
It's a mozzie old day, as we've learned from previous days. And good morning, our beloved fans. Thank you for joining us for your coffee break on this mozzie old day.
Mm-hmm.
I actually love rainy days, though.
I gotta change my lighting here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've given up trying to fix mine. Got this bright Nimbus behind me.
I need to get one of those ring lights or something, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Steve, do you like rainy days?
Did you ask something?
Yeah, I asked if you like rainy days. Morning, Kim.
We need rainy days, but I like sunny days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like a mix. I don't like too many rainy days in a row, but I like a good rainy day like today.
You need a rainy day. It's good for the grass and the vegetables and all that stuff.
Yep.
Which is actually what I hope to do this weekend is patch up some dead spots in my grass.
Yeah. Well, sounds exciting.
Oh, an exciting weekend ahead.
Morning, Jessica. Glad you're enjoying the rain too.
And Kim said, good morning. Kim's watching.
Yeah, Kim's watching.
Yeah. I like the rain. When we lived in St. John's in Newfoundland, so St. John's, I think, if I'm not mistaken, is the foggiest city in Canada.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. But this year we were living there that spring, so I think it was like March, April. 21 consecutive days of rain, drizzle, or fog.
Wow. That's depressing.
Yeah, 3 weeks. 3 weeks of it.
Wow.
Yeah,
that would be way too much. Seasonal affective disorder galore, hey?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean that's what I love here, the blue sky, you get rainy days, but it's a day or two and then it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty balanced. Well, I mean, a couple of summers ago it was rainy all the time, but I mean, then we have summers where it's like forest fires galore, so I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, well, exactly. This is great for the farmers. Great for not having forest fires.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know what Kim's referring to. You're getting old when
you got a weekend of patching grass.
Oh, yeah. I've given up because I have a dog that's just peeing on my grass. So, like, why bother? Good morning, Christian Fellowship Assembly.
I think that's Heather.
Oh, is that Heather? Hi, Heather. I got a nosebleed this morning.
Did you?
Yeah.
Somebody punch you?
No, probably from picking at it. I'd like to say it's from it's from the weather. I don't know why I'm bringing this at all.
So rainy weather gives you nosebleeds? Is that what
dry weather, actually.
But it's not dry, it's rainy.
Yeah, but it was because I had Kleenex. You do the thing where you roll the Kleenex and you put it up there and you twist it to get all the snot, and then you pull it out.
So your allergies led to a nosebleed. Is that what?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Oh, Nicole is posting as CFA. Oh, that's okay. So we know it's Nicole.
Nicole is posting as CFA. That's nice.
Yeah, and we try to be very open and honest
about
ourselves on the digital world for everyone to see.
Nasal functions.
Yep. When I run for prime minister or something like that, people will come back to this and be like, see that guy? Picks his nose.
He picks his nose. My father used to say, I don't pick my nose, I take it as it comes.
That's a dad joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, anyway, so there you go. I got nosebleed this morning. But Steve, we got a newfie phrase for the day.
We do have a newfie phrase for the day.
So what is it?
You throw it up there and I'll say it.
All right, there it is.
Knows you can't go.
Knows you can't go. Knows you can't go.
Knows you can't go.
What does that mean, friends? Shoot a comment. What do you think that means? Knows you can't go.
Yeah, you laughed at this one yesterday because you're like, what?
Well, so there's some of your phrases that are like, okay, I can kind of work that out. There's some context in the phrase, but this is one of those ones where it's like, I never would have guessed. It sounds like the opposite of what you're saying. Kim knows. You can't answer yet, Kim. No, nose pick.
No nose picking.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, you can't.
I don't know that's what the phrase is meaning though. Knows you can't go. Sticking your finger up there. It was Kleenex, just to be clear. I wasn't picking with my finger. It was.
I mean, that's why God gave us fingernails, is to just get up there
to mine up there for precious boogers. Yeah. To feel like you're missing out, Jessica says.
Feel like you're missing out. Knows you can't go.
Knows you can't go. I don't know. That's not it though. I don't, and I'm actually forgetting exactly what it is. I
love when Jessica is guessing, and sometimes because it's like it's so counterintuitive, and especially when you have no access to that Newfoundland culture, it's just, this is completely out of left field.
Yeah. Mary says, no, you can't go where you should not be. No. Kim, why don't you answer it for us? Why don't you tell us what it is, Kim? Give us the correct right answer.
Kim knows.
If she even remembers her Newfoundland roots. I don't know. Good morning, Marcello.
Hey, Marcello is saying hello at noon. Lunchtime in Bolivia.
Lunchtime, yeah.
Oh, Kim gives us a hint.
Yeah. So think sarcasm. Okay. I'm thinking about sarcasm. Knows you can't go. Oh, I think I remember. It's like knows you can't go, like you can't do it, or you're no good at it, or something like that. No.
Sarcastic, right? So it's the opposite of what you're actually saying.
Yeah, you can go.
Yeah.
Someone who is moving fast or hyperactive.
Yeah, full of energy, quick, just going fast. Knows you can't go.
Knows you can't go. So would this is like tone important for this phrase? Like you say it sarcastically, or is it just the words, that's what it means?
Yeah, sure. It's a little sarcastic. I mean, so it's knows you can't go.
Knows you can't go. Oh.
Yeah, so which basically means you can really go. You really move fast, or you got lots of energy. You're always on the go.
Okay, knows you can't go.
Wonderful. I got a good one. I was talking to Janice last night when I gave her this phrase, and reminded me of a good one we heard. Yeah. I'll bring it next week.
Oh, excellent.
And you want to talk about double negatives? This is like a quadruple negative.
Nice. I love those ones. Awesome.
I still don't get it. So
you don't get your own cultural phrases.
No.
Oh, no, that's Jessica. Jessica saying I still don't get it. Yeah.
So
no, it's okay.
You would say it is, so the longer English version would be, I know you can't go. And so it's that you can go, and you go really fast, and you're always on the go. And so,
but sarcastically,
so yeah, knows you can't go. Knows you can't go.
Yeah.
Meaning you can move really fast or you're full of energy.
So it's kind of like when someone's freaking out and then you say something like, wow, good thing we didn't freak out, hey? But they freaked out. I don't know if that's cultural. That's just a funny thing to say.
Yeah.
Screen freeze.
Did her screen freeze?
Your screen might have froze.
My screen is not frozen.
It's for teasing me about picking my nose, Mary. That's what you get.
That's what you get.
So Steve, I was thinking, so for those of you who don't know, yesterday 11:30 was the big announcement from Kenny about the open for summer restriction loosening plan throughout the summer, which is pretty exciting by Touche, she says. Exciting by July, looking at hopefully being restriction free. But Steve, you and I were watching yesterday, and it was like 15 minutes late that they actually started.
Yeah.
And we're cracking jokes about like why aren't they on time? And and then we're cracking jokes about how if we were in that job, Steve, we would be on time. Like whatever people can say about us. Hate those guys' policies, but can say they're at least on time. But then I was just thinking we weren't on time today.
we were only a minute late.
We're a bit, but yeah, it was in my brain. It's like, it only took a day and we were still late.
It makes me wonder, like, what's going on behind the scenes that you're 15 minutes late for your own meeting that you called, right?
Yeah, I don't know. But it's like the camera guy went to the bathroom, or Kenny's downing a donut or something. He's like, "Oh, go finish this." I don't know.
Yeah. All right. We just got some more information come in. We got to get this communicated.
What's that?
We got more information that came in. We got to.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about for us. I was like, I didn't know we had important things to do.
Yeah.
But we got to talking yesterday. We wanted to bring up this idea of how COVID has really changed the idea of like sick days. When are you? So here's a question for you guys: when are you sick enough to miss a day of work? Because we were talking about how like pre-COVID, I think many of us would do this thing of like, you're throwing up, you got fever, chills, and all that. Sure, yeah, you no qualms about staying home on that one. But like you get up, you have a bit of a sore throat, you're sneezing, coughing, runny nose. Do you go to work or do you stay home? Because technically you're sick, you're contagious. But like, I think most people, it's like, no, if you can move, you can go to work. But then COVID comes along and it's like, no, like even if you're feeling that, you should probably stay home. And so, yeah, when are you sick enough to miss work?
I think it comes from when we were kids. I mean, going to school, how many times did your parents ask you, are you sick enough to stay home?
Yeah.
Because they want you to go to school and they don't want you faking that you're sick or building it up too much in your head, right? And because you wake up and you're like, well, I don't feel great, but am I sick enough to stay home? What's funny is I think we're going to have to rethink that whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Like in light of COVID, you're sick, you stay home. And I mean, look at how I have not been sick in almost 2 years. Like no cold, no flu. And I think it's a lot of it is you're washing your hands probably more than, which is probably more like you probably should be. and you're not going places when you're sick, so you're not spreading stuff around.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking from a place of privilege, though, because I have young children who
go to daycare and pick up every germ that's going.
Yeah, I think with young kids, it's a little bit harder. Coming with snot and Jessica's saying, when I worked at Walmart in 2008, called in saying I was coughing, sneezing, felt well enough to still sit, work the cash register, asked if I should still come. They said yes. Yeah, and I think probably most companies, that's the feeling, right?
Yeah, I think that's going to change.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine, like, we get back to sort of a normal sense of society, and somebody comes to work sneezing and coughing?
Yeah.
Like, people will, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
yeah, maybe.
I saw it on a show. I saw it on we're watching Parks and Rec, and I think Leslie got sick at work, and she goes to work sick because she's got to get the, and she goes, and it's like, what's going on here? It was almost a shock to the system. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like the idea of even if you got like a sore throat right now, just take a day, stay home, feel better the next day, rather than like come and get everyone else a little bit sick and then everyone has to take a sick day. Kids sneeze right in my face. Yes, absolutely. Talk about picking nose. Owen will sit there on the couch and pick his nose, and then he's touching you, and he comes by it honestly though. As a high school teacher, Kim says it was so much easier to teach sick than to figure out subplans. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. I guess that makes sense.
Totally does.
Yeah.
But it's going to change, right?
Yeah. Well, we'll even probably move to a place of like, if you're, sick like that, sneezing, runny nose, coughing, maybe it becomes, culturally normal for us in North America that you wear a mask going to the store and stuff. I don't know. I don't feel like that's been a big thing for us for a while, but maybe it becomes something. I don't know.
Well, I mean, and this is the other thing. Like, if we get back to this sense of normalcy, what's normal anymore? Like,
yeah,
will people continue to wear masks? Will people continue to keep their distance? Will, I'm sure there's going to be some of that.
Yeah.
And even how we think on some of those things, right?
Yeah. No, it's interesting. It's a good point, Jessica. There's something about getting sick and recovering that's good for the immune system. Nothing wrong with a runny nose now then. Yeah. No, I agree. Well, and some people are even saying, like, because we've been so so good about being distant, washing hands, that what will it be like when things are back to normal and we start crossing germs again, and will everyone get the common cold? Pretty totally hard.
I mean, I remember reading an article about that back, I want to say last fall. So, 6 months into the pandemic or whatever, that epidemiologists or virologists or whatever were saying, like, when we're coming out the other end and getting back to a relatively normal life, you're going to see an uptick in the common cold and the flu, because our systems haven't had to fight all of that, because
and that's where I'll be privileged, because my children have kept my body going, fighting disease.
yeah, that's where all the people with the young kids will have an advantage on the rest of us.
That's right. Yeah. Mary saying everyone hated my job. Told by boss, needed funeral home note before not showing up for work. Wow.
Wow. I.e., if you're not dead, you can work.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, it's great. Jessica's looking forward to no mask and hugging and greeting everyone with a holy kiss, I'm sure. Right? Yeah.
Right.
Well, and so then we're thinking, so I'm one of those people where if you're not feeling well and you're talking to me about how you have a headache and or scratchy throat and stuff, I'll get to thinking about it, and then all of a sudden I'm thinking, am I sick? do I have a scratchy throat? So sometimes when it's making the call, am I too sick to go to work or whatever? It's, am I actually sick or is my brain tricking me? Which is, I don't know if that's messed up or pathological or whatever, but I'm sure it's normal.
I don't know about anybody else, but you're totally breaking up on me, Lance.
You're breaking up on me. Oh, I'm losing.
It's telling me I need to connect.
Oh, yeah. It says my internet's great, man. I don't know.
Okay.
Could be a you
probably
problem.
Mine then.
Yeah, sorry.
It's an it's me, not an it's you.
Yeah. Sean Penny, hello. You're asking, are we able to stop wearing masks? Not now. But
apparently that's what they're saying.
Yeah. In July. Yeah. In the stage 3. Oh yeah, all these comments are running in. We're all breaking up.
Yeah. We're all breaking up.
It's probably the weather.
That's what we'll do. We'll blame it on the weather.
Yeah. It's the mozzie old day. Yeah. What scared me about the pandemic was CBC had the newscaster physically demonstrate how to wash your hands. But you know what was really interesting? I watched one of these videos. Yes, CFA internet does suck, Sean. Thanks. I agree. I watched one of these videos early when the pandemic started, and it was someone they demonstrated with like colored like paste or something how you wash your hands, like what parts of your hands are affected by the washing. And it was super interesting. Like if you didn't like do this and like really get in there, those parts of your hands actually didn't like pick up any of the soap and scrubbing that you
didn't get clean.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting. So, and I had never really thought about that. So I don't know, but it didn't come up in Daniel Tiger, which is where I get all my life wisdom and advice. So
maybe they should teach hand washing in Daniel Tiger.
Yeah, they saw one about going to the potty, but and that you should wash your hands. They just didn't really get into it. But see, we were asked to show something. Well, I guess kind of our special announcement for the day.
Yeah. So I guess in light of things beginning to open up here, and we'll see how it plays out. I mean, they set a direction for us for the next month and a bit or whatever. I have no faith in anything they put out when it comes to, because they said this is what we're going to do, and then 3 weeks later we realize, oh, this is not actually working, and we need to scale back again. But anyway,
hey, fifth time's the charm, man.
The fifth time's the charm, yeah. So what we're going to do is continue to do live stream. We're going to have live services as we can have live services. So even starting this Sunday, you can register. We're going to have one service just for this Sunday because we had yesterday and today essentially with all the staff here to put that ball in motion. So we've said the easiest thing to do is just do one service for this Sunday. Mm-hmm. And then next Sunday, we're going to go at 9 a.m. So it'll be 10 a.m. Our live stream time. We're going to stick at 10 for this week. Next week, we're going to go back to a 9 a.m. service. If that fills up with online registration, we will open the second service at 11. But we're still going to continue live streaming. And so what Heather has asked us to do as our communications director here at the church is to show basically the online platform that we're using. So it will be on YouTube, but we're also encouraging people to go to the link that we share, which is cfachurchgp.online.church. And I will do a screen share here, Lance, so people can see what this system looks like.
Is this something I should log into as a participant or whatever?
Sure, you can.
Okay, where do
You
I go
can
again?
log in right now, probably. So I'm in as a host. I don't know if you can see this on your screen.
Yeah. Here, I'll make it a little bit bigger there. Where do I go, Steve?
CFAChurchGP.online.church.
That's easy to remember. CFAChurchGP.online.church. Oh, here I am. Okay. So log in.
So what I see is not necessarily what you will see. This is our host screen, but essentially this is the setup. So you'll see, so this is running all week long, this little preview video.
Right.
Says next service in 2 days, 23 hours, 1 minute.
Right.
But when you're actually live, you'll see this as a big screen. This will be your main screen. For us, we have 2 extra screens, the host chat and the audience. Hey, there's Lance chatting with me as one of the hosts. And so we can chat as hosts to one another, but you can also chat in the feed. And this is for the average person that joins in. So you can interact with others as you're watching. You can, amen that, preach that.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay, so you're showing what it looks like for you as an admin.
Yep.
But if you log out and go into it, you'll see what everyone else will see, which is where you can request prayer and stuff like that. I don't know if you want to try that.
How do I? So I got to log out.
Yeah, log out.
There. So this is what you'll see.
Yeah. Cool.
As just generally joining in. And so there's a chat that'll come up here on the side that you can interact with people. And then there's a private prayer thing. So if you have a prayer need or something that you want to share, you just hit request prayer. You put in your name, email, and then the message. So this is because we're not live right now. And what it'll do, it'll send an email to us. But when we're live, you'll actually go into a chat with one of our staff or one of our volunteers who's on that morning. And you can share them privately what your prayer need is, or what, something that's speaking to you about what God's saying through the sermon or the worship. And we can have a chat prayer back and forth.
Cool.
Which is really cool functionality for this thing. And we've been encouraging people to interact in the chat, in the live chat, to have that back and forth. And then there's even like little praise emojis and hand clap emojis that you can put up. And it really kind of helps with the interactive feel for people who are watching online. And this is the platform we actually used for our FCA conference back about a month ago. And it worked great. I mean, we had almost 200 pastors online watching and people interacting, and it was great. It felt like you were, a part of the thing as people were interacting, and it was really good. So anyway, we're going to continue to use that platform. We're going to continue to live stream even when we go back to live services. But yeah, we encourage you to sign up if you're able to attend live. And if not, then join us during our live stream, and it'll start at 10 a.m. this Sunday, and then we'll be moving to 9 a.m. next Sunday. And if we get enough people signed up next Sunday, for our next Sunday service, we'll open a second service.
Right.
Based on what they're saying, when we move to stage 2, we'll be able to go to 30% capacity, which will increase our numbers. We'll be able to have 120, 125 people or whatever in our service. And then stage 3, they say, is no limitation to that. So we'll see. Like, I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but that's what they're saying is going to happen. Time will tell.
5th time's the charm, man. Jessica's asking if there's kids church on Sunday, and Kim is answering saying it will start next Sunday.
Yeah, there will be no kids church this Sunday just because it was Wednesday when we got the announcement, and we got organized all our volunteers and teaching material and all that. So it'll be next Sunday that we'll start the Kids Connection again. And speaking of Kids Connection, we're looking for volunteers
That's right.
for our summer quarter, which will start next Sunday. So it'll run for June and July and August. And we're looking for volunteers to help with teaching in the kids ministry, because if we don't get some more support there's class age groups that we won't be able to run. So if you feel you have some giftedness in that area, or maybe God's been speaking to you about stretching you a little bit in that area, then reach out to Kim, Nancy, or our church office, and we would love to get you involved in there. And great opportunity to do it over the summer, especially now because the class sizes are a lot smaller than they would have normally been.
Yeah. I had one of my youth leaders that joined a couple years back. They joined because they originally thought teenagers were scary. And then when they actually hung out with them at our youth ministry, they're like, oh, they're actually not as scary as I thought they were. And I think the same would apply to kids, that they're not as scary as you think they are.
But some are.
But Kim won't put you with those kids.
No. Well, and I mean, so I taught grade 5 boys in Sunday school when I was 17, 18.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I did it for 2 years. And I was like mediocre Sunday school teacher at best, I think the kids loved me, which was funny, but I felt like I didn't accomplish a whole lot in teaching through the material. But I was terrified having my own kids. I was like, I'm a terrible father. I'm awful with kids, but I still tried it. I still gave it a shot.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. You know what? This is, again, youth ministry perspective, but I think it applies for kids too. I think so. When I get volunteers, a lot of what I deal with is people who feel like I wouldn't be a good youth leader because I don't have the Bible memorized. I don't know how to answer all these like culturally relevant issues they're dealing with. I have my own problems. How could I ever solve theirs? But it's not actually about like being the savior of their issues or having all the answers to questions. It's more about just being present in their lives, having a relationship with them, being an adult other than mom and dad that is trustworthy and cares about them and compassionate towards them. And I think for kids, especially growing up in the church, getting to know these volunteers and teachers who they look up to and who cared enough about them to spend time with them, especially at let's be real, an age where maybe they're picking their nose and sneezing in your face, and they don't seem to be listening, but they are noticing that you're spending time with them. And then years later you find out that you were like their favorite person, and when things went down and got messy, you were someone that they knew they could talk to. So I think that's both a kids and youth ministry thing, that really that's all we are wanting from volunteers at the end of the day, is that, teaching and stuff, we'll give you all the material to do that, but it's the heart of it's really about being there, being with them in the boat of life, and going through that with them. Jessica's saying, Steve, you're right. Some kids really are that scary. But the kids who need love the most ask for it in the most unloving ways. Yeah. Every kid is one caring adult away from a success story. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So there you go. There's your little sermon and moral lesson and announcement and tech walkthrough and invasive personal information about me that you didn't want to know.
So Lance, should we tease some of the things we have planned for future Lance and Stevens in the mornings?
Sure.
So we're hoping to have the Reverend Glenn Breitkreitz on with us for an interview, maybe next week.
Yep, that's a good idea.
Yep, and people ask they want to have Ashley on to talk about worms, and some people want to know more about this whole worming thing. So we may have to do something like that at some point in the very near future.
Yeah. To clarify, worm farming, not
worm
like
farming.
The act of having worms.
I think worming. Worming is what I want to call it. That's.
I like it.
And the other suggestion we had, and I noticed Debbie and Marcelo were on doing a live chat the other day, and maybe we could do something for one of our Lance and Stephen in the morning nights to talk with Marcelo a little bit more and talk about what's going on in Bolivia. Things are difficult there right now.
Yeah,
they were sharing, and even after that interview, apparently yesterday, there was something in the news there, like the hospital system. I mean, there's people breaking in and stealing oxygen.
I think breaking in to bring oxygen.
I thought it was just taking oxygen from the hospital to bring it to people's homes.
No, I thought it was to bring oxygen in for people who need oxygen in the hospital, because
I couldn't read the article because it's in Spanish. But
yeah, but either way, it's the idea that there's just a shortage of supply or a lock on supply, and people not having access to the care they need. Glad you clarified the worm thing for us. Yeah. Marcelo's thanking us for the pry. Yeah.
I think he meant prayers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Or the plug. Maybe that's a turn of phrase we don't know. No, totally. Yeah. Please pray for Bolivia. Yeah. Yeah, so we got some exciting we got like a summer's worth of things we can be doing.
We got some, we still got some good ideas coming.
Yeah. Thanks for praying.
Oxygen is not available. Yeah, these tanks, they're running out of these tanks. There's not enough.
Yeah.
For all the people that are needing oxygen supply and whatnot. So.
Yeah. Which, makes me think that the more we can get ourselves in a position with COVID where the pressure's off of us so that we can provide more help to these other countries that don't have the same resources we do.
And honestly, I think that is the principle. It's okay. Like we need to, if we're in a place where we can start to help others, we're starting to loosen restrictions and whatever, like the States is in that place now. I mean, they got there a different route than we've got there, but they're still getting to that place. And, when we get there, there's still countries in the world that are like being hard hit. And so, how are we able to divert resources to help them too?
Yeah. Oh, totally. Cool. So, so through the summer, this is what we're doing. And I don't know, Steve, I think we're going to keep doing this even when restrictions are lifted, maybe.
Oh, this is fun. I enjoy it.
This is fun. Yeah, totally. And maybe we'll even get called out for live concert type things where we just sit there and have coffee and gab to a live audience.
To a live audience. Well, so this year we are going to do live dad jokes in our service, aren't we?
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
I think we're going to do another dad joke battle live. So Father's Day.
Got to brush up.
I've been preparing all year.
Have you really?
I gotta win, man. Come on.
I've done no preparation, and I'll laugh really hard if I win.
Who has the reputation around the office of having the most dad jokes? Jokes.
Not me.
I got that reputation. I got to work hard to defend it.
Yeah, people are happy we're going to keep doing this. And Jessica's happy about dad jokes. Yeah. And we're 42 minutes in. We should probably go. We should probably do some real work now.
Yeah. We'll let you get back to your days.
All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all of you who will watch later. And enjoy this Mozzie Old Day.
Feel free to share. Yeah. Share it on your Facebook feeds. Let other people enjoy it.
Totally. And wash your hands and don't pick your nose. But if you're going to pick your nose, please wash your hands after.
Yes.
Yeah. And greetings from Marcelo to all of you. Today's Bolivians Mother's Day. That's awesome.
Wow, I didn't.
Wow.
I was not aware of that.
That's awesome. Yeah. Happy Mother's Day to everyone.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms in Bolivia.
Yeah. All right. Goodbye, guys.